What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. For those of you catching the replay, make sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications when we do these live chats. You can take part right along with us. So, package came in like 2 days ago, and indeed was Äican. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it, but I haven't looked at the notes because I knew eventually they were going to send it my way. Shout out to Mo, dear friend, owner of Kajal Fragrances, Kajal Perfumes. And look, just because he's a friend, just because they sent it, my motto, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. And if it falls in between, we'll discuss how it falls in between. I don't know if it's going to be better than Lamar. The reason I put that in the title and the thumbnail is because I'm always looking to see if they're going to top it, because they've yet to. I really like Masa, Ferris, a lot of the newer releases that came out, very versatile, daily wear kind of stuff, but Lamar is so special. I'm constantly looking to see, can it be topped? And a lot of people, that's their favorite. They would, most people would agree with me. Not everybody, but most. So I have high hopes. I believe it's like a fruity summer fragrance type. So it's going to have some freshy appeal, I'm assuming. So it's got a chance of being really, really good. I don't know, but then again, if it's maybe shit, it's maybe shit. It is what it is. We'll get to that in a little bit. As far as my sin of the day, Old Faithful, definitely sometimes maybe good right here. Seraphine Blue, that is my jam. The dent continues to grow, right? So put that over here, get that out the way. We got a lot of comments in the chat already. Let me try to get caught up. Holy shit, a lot. I saw it was like 60 something when I switched over. Like I was talking to Kix Griffey, doing some voice messages. He got some shoes coming. We were talking shoes. That's what we talk. We talk fragrances. We talk shoes. Today we were talking shoes. And kind of odd. I always end up talking to him right before we go live. Just thought about that. Shout out to Kix Griffey. I know he's watching. Lost my train of thought. But I saw the comments were piling up. So I was like, shit, we might have a decent little crowd for a niche Kajal fragrance. So I appreciate you guys. Let's get into this, because it's not going to be the 10-minute mark. It's going to be probably the 15-minute mark before we get in, because I'm going to try to get caught up here. Never tried that one, Gian, but great to see you, sir. Chronic Macerator, my favorite named profile in the online fragrance community. My man, that is hilarious. Looks like I froze for a moment. Looks like we're good. Hope the audio held strong, because I saw the screen froze. There's no reason whatsoever. I just, real quick before we dive into it, I'm doing a speed test, Ookla, Ookla, for those of you always looking, anybody wants to see what kind of bandwidth you're working with, download and upload. See, download, it's clipping over 900 megabytes per second right now. What's my upstream going to be? That's the most important, because I'm uploading bandwidth to another platform. That's the important number. I'm not downloading anything. I am uploading. That was almost a terabyte, almost a gigabyte, sorry. My upstream's over 700, so it's StreamYard. Shame on you, StreamYard, because my bandwidth is outrageously good, and there's no reason for me to be freezing and resolution to be dropping. So I just checked. It's outrageously good. So anyways, St. Bart's Seascape, I need to revisit that one. I got it not too long after it came out. So speaking of Aqua 2016, before it comes up again in the chat, it's been coming up in comments all day. Randy texted me. Everybody wanted to let me know. Yes, I know. Invictus Aqua is now available on the U.S. site from Paco Rabanne, guys. I might grab it in about a week or so, because what that tells me, and I'm willing to miss here, I'm willing to fumble this, that I think Fragrance Buy is going to end up with a stock here in the next few weeks, just like they did with Invictus Parfum when it was an online exclusive. And a month later, and ever since, they've had a repetitive, continuous stock for like 30, 40 bucks off retail. So I really believe in my heart, if I'm patient for a few weeks, I probably get it for 95 bucks, 90 bucks, get it 20, 30 bucks off of retail from my guys over at Fragrance Buy. So I'm gonna wait and look. If I miss, I miss. I don't think it'll be sold out completely anyway, because a company like Paco Rabanne, they produce thousands upon thousands upon thousands of bottles. The people that demanded it come back is us, the online community. And I don't think, all couple 100,000 are buying a bottle at once right now. So point being, I think I could sleep a little bit on it and I'll be fine. So I'm not rushing to buy it, because I really don't have to have it. I got way more than enough that Juan sent me. I only sprayed 2 sprays out of this decant. This is a 5 ml, and it's a lot. It smells great. Would I love to add a bottle? Sure. Am I in a huge rush? No. No, I'm not. So just wanted to throw that out there, guys. So we got 90 people in the first 5 minutes. If you mind, hit that thumbs up. I sure appreciate it. To Me 19 Degrees is a beautiful fragrance. It really is. I agree. It won't be for everyone. Sure. Sometimes it smells like a box of gummy bears. Very good to see you, sir. Tarathu Blue is a great fragrance. Good to see you, sir. So is yet to disappoint. I appreciate that. So it was kind of up in the air. Had a hard ass leg day. My Under Armour hat was soaking ass wet. My shirt was completely, there wasn't a dry spot on that shirt. I trained legs hard. I sweated my ass off. My legs are going to be hurting tomorrow. I increased the weight a bit, increased the volume a little bit. Yeah, it's going to be rough tomorrow. I'm going to be wearing like those, for those of you that saw the video today, New Balance Fresh Foam 1080 V13s. Great recovery shoe after a hard leg day. I'm probably going to rock those tomorrow. It's a soft, squishy shoe for tomorrow. Be easy on my joints. Because I'm going to be hurting tomorrow. I know that. I'm going to be hurting by the end of the night. Vibrato, great choice. Smooth operator, good to see you. I know he saw the video. He commented. He said they are the pillows of the game. Replica Sailing Day. Roy, always a pleasure, sir. Best smelling chat, saying hello to all of you. Zerjoff Decas. Too late for me today. I'll be catching the replay. No worries. Thank you for stopping in, my man. Have a good night. Another one wearing Vibrato. Bani, La Tacita de Cafe, Porthole, and Vibrato. Vibrato is popular in the chat today. Seraphine Blue, great minds think alike. Still think Lamar is a bit better, but both super good. Well, I haven't seen any notes yet. I've stayed blind this whole time. It's been out for months. I've avoided everything because I knew eventually Mo will send it my way. When stock dictates he could sling a bottle my way, I knew he would. Didn't even know it was coming. Package just showed up. So shout out to Mo. Any of you going to Sin Explore, or if you ever go to Äican or anything, when you get an opportunity to go by Kajal's area, go say hello to Mo. That man is a sweetheart, such a wonderful human being. One of the best brand owners we have in this space is Mo from Kajal Perfumes, guys. I want to let y'all know. Miss Heather, I did see your layering combo here, and I am very fond of Tom Ford Vanilla Sex. I've never tried that one from Creed, but seems like you're flexing on people here today. I feel like you came to show off with your fancy layering combo over here. I bet you smell really good. It's good to see you. Light Blue Italian Love, that's my favorite one of the flankers. Even over O Intense, I like the smell of that one more. I agree. The Marigold really helps change the game for that one too. Kara, good to see you. Wild Fruits, can't go wrong with that one. That's for sure. Ooh, Blockade. Speaking of people flexing their fragrance, geez. I've been seeing the advertisement posts on Instagram. I'm sure that'll pop up in my mailbox at some points too. Speaking of great brand owners in the space, Mohammed Hefes. That is a gem of a human being as well. Him and Handy, they're both really, really good dudes. Haven't talked to Handy in a long time, but Mohammed, that's my guy. That's my guy too. So really good dudes. I like working with brands where you get to interact as a creator, you get to interact with the person that is funding the brand. It is his investment, and they're high integrity, great guys. I'll work with them as long as they have a brand. I'm all about the high integrity brand owners because they don't get their feelings hurt if you end up not liking something. They actually want you to tell them if you don't like something and why, because the people they work with, they respect their opinions. That's the kind of brand owners as creators we want to work with. The ones that want to know when you don't like something. They don't get their feelings hurt when you don't like something. That's why you be respectful when you don't like something. Everybody can win. That can push them to do better if they want to take what your thoughts were into consideration. They gather the opinions and they put that into consideration when they make future stuff. It's the way to go. That's part of the beautiful side of doing this. There's really good stuff to creating content in this space. There's shit stuff too, but this is some of the really good stuff I'm talking about. That's actually really good. Speaking of really good, Jay, always a pleasure. One of my favorite shit talkers in the chat. Ooh, congratulations, Royal. Ooh, some good stuff, man. Molinard Fig. That's a guy. I haven't worn that in a while, man. Aquatic Fig. It's good stuff. I hope you have a great workout. That was a hit last night in our decant swap, Quattro Peasy. More than I thought it would be when I sent it to him. Joel, good to see you, sir. Haven't tried that one from Latafa. Dan, not the man. Citrine, hell yeah. Body balm with a few sprays on top. John C., good to see you. So, guys, my little rants have got me so far behind. Will, I see you. Good to see you, sir. I'm going to skip down a bit. So, yeah, I need to goat talk. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the super chat. I see Climatic hit me with a heavy hitter, and I see it over on YouTube. I'm going to get to that in just a moment, too. Pronounce Äican. That makes sense because it's the A with the two little dots on top of it. And I don't know exactly how to pronounce the A in that manner. So Äican makes sense. I'm going to roll with that. Thank you. And Mike R. I appreciate that. Or Miker or Mike R. Either way, I'm going to go with Mike. I appreciate that, Mike, because I'm sure you're correct with that. It seems like that's correct. Appreciate you, sir. 7.5 out of 10 in my book. I still prefer Lamar. I'm sure that's what's going to happen with me, but I'll be my own judge. You know what I mean? So skipping down a bit. I'm sorry, guys, for those of you that I'm skipping right now. I'm so sorry. I want to get closer to the bottom. My man, what's going on? Good to see you. It is Thursday. You never disappoint when it comes to Spice Bomb Night Vision EDT. So skipping on down. What's going on, Marcus? Good to see you, my man. He said, what can I say? I work for a department store and at a Creed counter. Flex is only natural. That's why we love you, Heather. That exact statement is exactly why we love you, Heather. And there it is. Big Whopper, $50 super chat, my main man. Speaking of people that are shredded, I saw a recent Instagram story of him in the locker room at the gym. And he's leaner than he is in that picture right now. He's leaner now. Just want to throw it out there for you guys. Hitting the gym soon with the wife. There you go. That's an avid bodybuilding gym goer that stays active in physique and classic physique and all that shit. I follow Climatic on Instagram, guys. He's a foodie, which most bodybuilders are foodies, but takes care of himself. That motherfucker shredded year round. He is aesthetic year round. Haven't been here in forever, boys. Hitting the gym soon with the wife. Megamare Orto Parisi for me, and for her, Izmir Unique Luxury. Always flexing the his and hers. I love it. Thank you for the super chat. I sure appreciate you, my man. I hope y'all have a great workout. I know you will, but I hope for it nonetheless. Thank you, man. So let's skip on down. Hurry up and get to the all genres. Bob's good to see you. I see you in there, my man. Hyperbole will destroy us all. I see you, Esteban. I see you as well, sir. Steel Warrior, the Bishop, Sandy. Good to see you. We made it to the bottom. We're 13 minutes. Not too bad. Let's get into this. I'm eager to check this one out. I love when there's a new Kajal release. Always good stuff. So mouth's a little dry. Hydration. It's a bitch. For those of you wondering, just some Crystal Light and water. No sugar. Some good old chemically enhanced artificial sweeteners. I'm not cutting. I can have all the artificial sweeteners I want. Eat big to get big. I've moved up to 3,000 calories today because I'm not losing vascularity, and I'm staying leanest I've ever been during trying to bulk for sure. So it's like up the calories a little bit more. Let's find that sweet spot where I can grow and get stronger and have killer workouts, but not get fatter. Try to find that line, you know. That's what I'm currently pursuing. 200 calories at a time. We got another. Ooh, this one's heavier. This feels like travel atomizers because this will go in the mystery package with everybody. What's in this one? It doesn't say. Ooh, it's like some little wooden tray kind of deal. What's happening with what's up going on right here? Ooh. Okay, this is different. This is new. Let me push it out. Top tier stuff. Oh, they just changed everything up. This is nice. So first, look at that. Stepped it up. Still 2 atomizers, but got a slew of cards for the different offerings with little sayings on the back. All in different, like, all right, here, this is Almaz. And it's all in different languages. I'll hold it up so you guys can see it. Let me get it to focus. Come on, focus. There we go. I can find joy in challenges in a multitude of languages. It's a nice little touch. And these actually some quality feeling cards. They have a certain like texturing to them. It's not the entire house, but it's a good chunk of them. This is really nice. Let's see which atomizers we have. I can actually push them out from the back. A little holes for that. So we got Massa and Lamar. It's two good ones right there. That's two of the top 5 from the house for me. Number 1 and probably like number 4. 3 or 4. I'd have to think about it, but Lamar is the unquestioned number 1. But man, they really stepped this up. This is really nice. Let's go. Whoever wins the mystery package. So Sunday morning, by the way, got to set it up. We're going to have the members only stream for July. Sunday morning, whoever wins the mystery package, this is going to be one of the things in your package. Put that to the side. Let's get to the fragrance. I can actually see the juice for a change. That's not often. See the juice from the bottom. And you can see the juice level through here. So it's like a smoke gray color, charcoal-like color with some gold print going around. And their caps are always phenomenal. Beautifully made. A lot of metal to them. All right. Nothing there. Beautiful atomizers too. See what we're working with. I'm expecting fruity and fresh, maybe tropical. Kind of heard something along those lines. I'm kind of hoping for like some powdery sweetness to go with fruity notes. That's something that I don't know for some reason I feel is what it is going to be. Maybe it's blind hopefulness because I love fragrances like that are fruity and tropical but still powdery. Why I like Le Beau Le Parfum, right? Let's give it a sniff. Oh, it's definitely powdery and fruity. Okay, we're in good shape here. Is that a boozy note? Kind of smells a little boozy, like not a brown liquor accord, not a rum or a cognac or a whiskey. Not necessarily gin, but maybe. Yeah, it's astringent. It's crisp. It does smell like maybe heavy juniper or an actual gin accord, something like that. With some tropical fruits, maybe like a passion fruit, orange, pineapple kind of mix, something like that kind of just tropical fruity medley. It's powdery. What's the fucking sorry for the F-bomb already. What's the odds that I literally just said, I hope this is what it is, and that's what it ends up being? I swear I haven't seen any notes. I swear, may God strike me dead if I'm lying. I have not looked at the note breakdown. That is so good. God, that is what I was looking for. Now, better than Lamar. That's hard to say because that's a special profile. This is more wearable, more situations to wear it in where it's more appropriate because so fresh, fun, and vibrant. What's making it powdery though? Because it's not like it doesn't smell like a tonka bean. It could be a floral note. It does not smell like rose. I'm not saying there isn't rose, but I don't smell rose. See how I'm getting excited smelling this one? Because it's like, how the hell did it end up being what I was hoping it would be? That don't happen much. Yeah, this is really good. This is unquestioned. Sorry for the burp. I was drinking root beer, sugar-free root beer, zero sugar root beer. It's a little carbonation coming up. That is clearly number 2 from the house. That's better than Massa. That's better than Ferris. That's better than Ohm 3. Because that was my number 2. It's better than Ohm 3. Definitely worth a sample. Let's switch over here. Got me curious. Fruity, sweet, creamy, spicy, fresh. I swear to God, I didn't look at the notes. Fucking what? Mandarin, passion fruit, pineapple. I swear. The top's just that distinctive. I guess it's just that because it smells like that. That's why I said it. I'm going to chalk it up to it's just that distinctive. I in no way think I'm just some savant at picking out fucking notes. By no means do I think that. I need a moment. I'm sorry. My apologies. Mandarin, orange, passion fruit, pineapple. Are you kidding me? That's exactly what it smells like. I can't believe I called that out to the T. That's crazy. Good job, Ross. All right. Black pepper, jasmine, ginger, musk, praline, vanilla, amber, patchouli, sandalwood, vetiver. Yeah, no rose. I definitely don't smell any rose. What's making it powdery, though? I get powder. Could be a number of things. The vanilla could come across powdery. Jasmine always has a shot at doing that. It's not going to be the ginger and the pepper. Not really musk, sandalwood, vetiver. I guess the jasmine's doing it. I get powder. I don't get creamy as much as it says. I get tropical fruit fresh. I get a little tinge of spice. Like I don't distinctively smell pepper. Probably more of the ginger because it's got this brightness to it. Super vibrant. Ginger's probably elevating these fruits and citruses in the top. And I get powder. It's some sweetness, but not, I wouldn't have said praline and vanilla. That just sounds really sweet. And it's sweet, but it's not like designer 1 million Invictus, that like not that level of sweet, you know? This is wild. 8.7 out of 10, 45 rating. So a lot of people dig this one. It kind of, is that oud maracuja? Yeah. It kind of reminds me of that without the oud, honestly. Maybe that's why. It's so familiar. Okay, so it does smell like this. But you got leather and oud and shit. But that kind of fruitiness, it's that passion fruit. Other people relating it to that? No, there's extreme passion. Lorenzo, shout outs to Kalen, by the way. I got your package, Kalen. There's a little sample set from this brand. We're going to do another live stream next week with that. So I'm finally going to try some fragrances from Lorenzo Pazzaglia. Pazzaglia. I'm trying. That's the way to say it. I'm assuming Pazzaglia. We're going to try some more from this house because I don't know if this fragrance is in there, but Kalen sent me some. Oh, that's a similar breakdown. Grape. Ooh, I want to try that one too. It is similar in the note profile, though. It does remind me of oud maracuja without the like heavy leather oud combo, but the way the fruitiness, that tropical feel to it, it definitely does remind me of it. Sweeter and powdery. I get a nice like kind of how I spoke in this morning, one of this morning's videos talking about powder. It was in the Grand Memoir #2 review, the second video I put out this morning, where if I had to put a scale on 1 to 10 of powdery, it's like 5 or 6, like moderately powdery. It's not a powder bomb, but it's powdery. So if you don't like that kind of stuff, you might want to avoid this one, but this is amazing. This is an amazing fragrance. This is 9 out of 10 kind of stuff right here. This is tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm wearing this fragrance. Tomorrow. No two ways about it. Yeah, this is better than Kajal 3. And that's beautiful. Beautiful lemonade kind of smell. This is superior. Kajal Äican. Distinctive passion fruit, pineapple, and orange when you spray it, by the way, in case you didn't gather that from the just random mind-boggling moment that I had. I can't imagine how many people were watching. It was like, bullshit. You saw those notes. I would have thought it too. I would think it too. It's that discernible. It's what I hoped it to be. Very close to what I hoped it to be. and the top screamed everything that it actually is. Very straightforward in the beginning stages of this fragrance. It's a fun tropical summertime fragrance with some depth, a little bit of powder that gives it this, I don't want to say elegance, but classes up a typical tropical fruity fragrance. It adds more of an elegance to it, where this is more of a linen shirt than just sunscreen and board shorts. You know what I mean? Because it's got the beach vibe, but it's more of linens, shorts above the knee. Shout out to Dedrick. Hoochie Daddy shorts kind of shirt, kind of fragrance. You know what I mean? Put your shorts in the chat, short emojis in the chat for Dedrick. This is home run fragrance for them. Not better than Lamar, very different. But when it comes to all of their fresh offerings, hands down their best fresh fragrance. It's not the most original because it does remind me of Oud Maracuja, but not exactly the same fragrance either. It doesn't have the animalics. If that's completely omitted here, this is awesome. Yeah, I'm wearing this tomorrow. Let's see how this develops. Let me put that to the side for now. I can't believe it delivered on what I wanted it to be. That's crazy to me. Good to see you, Mike. I'm in the gym, but I don't feel like listening to music, so I figured I'd tune in and listen to the live. Haha. Sin of the day was Rose Darabi wearing Arabian Oud Amiri now. Hope you're having a great workout. I would assume so, you big son of a bitch. For those of you who didn't know, Michael Gasway is my favorite IFBB pro. We have our fair share of bodybuilders here in this live chat today. I'm appreciative of it. Thank you for that, Mike. I hope we get you through the workout. I do that sometimes. Well, sometimes I watch Pat McAfee while I'm training. I have him in my headphones, and I have my phone propped up on my bag. So in between sets, I'm looking down. Because depending on which gym I'm at, Pat McAfee will be on the TV, but I won't be able to hear the show. So I'll just watch on YouTube. Kajal, we can, you can, I can. I appreciate you, John. K Different Breed. How are you? Just got home from the gym. It's gym time for everybody. Boy, 5 o'clock, 5:58 Central. Y'all hanging out with all in broccoli florets, all in fucking 5-inch inseam, filthy, dirty white shoes teenagers. That's who y'all hanging out with right now. 5 dudes at the squat rack, bro. Time to hit some bench, chest, shoulders, and legs. Hit that bro. That's a real bro split. Yeah, after 5, that's the gym. A couple people getting off work and stuff, but that's when they squat up. That's when the groups are hitting. It's all the same dude wearing a different shirt, but they look the same from the neck up and from the waist down. Them dudes must hate me because I clown them all the time. I get clowned all the time, so I don't fucking care. It's all good-hearted. Don't take it serious. Any of you broccoli heads watching right now, love you guys too. Just fucking with you. But I hope you had a great workout. Bois Imperial is a very beloved fragrance in this community for sure. Yeah, for sure. He definitely is. Kix Griffey, my man, wearing vintage radio, layered with J. Chantel Plum Moon body oil. Kix Griffey approved FWO Wolfpack for life. That's what I'm talking about. Sandy, good to see you. Really interested in the reaction. I hope it delivered on what you were looking for with it. Glad to have you for sure. We had a blast last night. It was great to have Tazo and Dedrick on here. I had a good time. 2 hours flew by. We ended up doing 2.5 hours. Flew by. You haven't tried Lamar yet? I'm surprised. Yeah, Kajal's a great house. They really are. You forgot the S, but I know you meant Argos. It's a great house to have on your radar, too. I feel the same way about Christian that I said about Mo and Muhammad and all them. Yeah. That's the brands I like to work with, where I can speak to. They're small enough, but big enough. Does that make sense? They're big enough to really have hefty investment in what they're putting out into the world, to really make something their own. Like when you see their products, you're like, that's that brand. They don't look like other, stock bottles and all these other things. And they pay for really high quality oils. They work with master perfumers, and or in Christian's case, he knows how to perfume everything the way he wants. He perfumes all his own fragrances, but they're reachable. That's what I mean by big enough, but small enough. It's not like I'm dealing with a PR team or a brand rep or anything. I'm dealing with the owner. That's the best case scenario, to build relationships with these brands that are doing phenomenal work, high integrity type of people that have great customer service and put out superior products to most. that's the best you could hope for in this space. Really is. And I don't mean specifically those brands. I just mean brands like these guys. That's who you want to collaborate with. That's who you want to critique, because you can critique them and they're cool with it. Praise their work when they deserve praise. Tear it up a bit respectfully when they deserve for you to tear it up a bit respectfully. So they'll know, because they actually appreciate the feedback. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. That's for sure. L'Homme Le Parfum, I actually prefer all around to the original. I think it works better in warmer weather. Cooler weather. It does have that modern blue feel to it, a little bit of tonka bean and stuff, while still smelling like the original's DNA. I have not. Is it really? Debating on picking up a decant right now for a decent price. Oh, that's a beautiful fragrance. Leather Carnation. Very old school leather fragrance. Monstrous performance, though. Kind of similar texture. So let's see. Let me scroll down a little bit. We get so behind. Well, I get so behind. F-bombs. I know you guys like that. No rants today. I don't have anything specific other than positive rants. Like, these are great brands. Yeah. Dude, I've smelled thousands and thousands and thousands of fragrances. Some notes are just so distinctive. There's a heavy, what it is the top is a heavy concentration of these notes, so they're very discernible. When you smell passion fruit so many times, pineapple and orange so many times, and then the blend has a lot of it in the top, like there's a high percentage of it, that's really what's going on here. It was just, I don't want to sit here and act like I'm just that good. It's just, I feel like it was that easy to detect. I feel like a lot of people would pick out at least one of these notes and say, well, there's passion fruit or there's pineapple, or maybe at least two of them. I don't want to sit here and act like I'm some just savant, because I'm not. But it's pretty damn distinctive. Really good, too. The sweetness is coming in more, but it's not too much vanilla. Like, if you're not a big vanilla person, have no fear. It's not loaded down with vanilla. Sweet, but there's like the spices kind of balancing off with it, like the ginger and peppers kind of really settling in a bit with the sweetness, and you still get fruity, still powdery, like all those main accords I got at the top are still there, but they're not the only thing I smell anymore. So good. So good. I had a feeling we have a similar thought to this one, because it's just so obvious what's going on here when you smell it. I'm glad we're on the same page, Sandy. Yeah, it's really, really good. Yes, please, anybody that's tried it, please weigh in. Whether you feel the same way or feel completely different, please weigh in. That's kind of where I'm at. Just on first impression, I feel like it's the second best offering. Really do. That's fair. It's very approachable. Very much approachable. I had an expectation, and it was met. It don't happen a lot in this game. It really doesn't. There's a nut sand. It's Sandy's favorite. I can see why. So, guys, you're seeing a lot of people echoing. So this is sample worthy. You can get samples. You can get discovery sets. You can get little travel packs. Definitely worth a sample. You can save 10% with the code down below. I do have an affiliate link with them. I do make a small commission. I'm not raving just to rave, guys. That's why I want to see other feedback from other people in the chat for sure. Let me know. Are we wildly different? Do you agree? It seems like a lot of agreement so far. Well, the reason I stopped in the reactions was like, guys, I need a minute, bullshit and all that. I was saying that is because it's like, I know how I would view what had just happened. Like, bullshit. That's what would have been my thought if I was watching me in that moment. I put myself in the viewer, because I'm a viewer of content as well. It's just like, no way. No way you hit it on the nail like that. Hit the nail right on the head. Look, I didn't pick all the depth of everything, but the top was very straight up. The top was the top, that's for sure. I've smelled so many fragrances at this point, guys. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Great power comes great delectability. Delectability. I was about to fuck that word up. Corey, good to see you, sir. Penhaligon's Savoy Steam? I've never heard of that one. To the list, raspberry and suede. Yeah, and it's not overbearing, right, Sandy? Like, it's very clear. There's a moderately strong, very present powdery accord here that I don't know what to attribute it to. Because I'm glad you're weighing in, because it's not just my skin chemistry. Because sometimes it'll just be the way certain oils react on your specific skin that you may get powdery and no one else does, or very few others do. But I couldn't tell you what to do, because jasmine doesn't typically always come off super powdery, because I don't get like a load of jasmine. Notice I haven't really been highlighting the way I'm smelling jasmine, because I don't get a big hit of jasmine. But looking at that note breakdown, that's all I can really tie the powder to, is the jasmine note in the heart. It would make sense. Yeah, it smells kind of like oud maracuja with strip away the animalics. Feminine, but the passion fruit is that fire. That's what I'm talking about. Liked it. But after buying Porthole, I get the full bottle. Yeah, Porthole, it's on another level. That's definitely on another level. Not for me. Extreme Passion, not one I enjoyed. Hey, everybody's got their taste. Very interesting fragrance. They don't smell the same, but the same passion fruit. Okay. So this one's called, you can actually see it right there in the title. It's apparently pronounced Äican. And it's really, really, really good, Esteban. Very tropical, yet powdery and sweet. And it's not too much of any one thing. Tropical fruits, powdery, tinge of spice, sweet. That's the path. Hasn't changed outside of that yet. I'm not saying it won't add more nuance on top of that, because I'm still in the very early stages of this fragrance. What I'm getting so far, I'm liking. I am getting a little bit more vanilla. I do want to point that out, though. Vanilla's starting to come out more. Born in Roma EDT, good to see you, sir. No, Porthole's like elite level god tier when it comes to tropical fruit. I've been on Porthole way before the hype. The brand sent me Porthole like beginning of 2023, and Porthole caught on this year. It was kind of wild. Like, I use it in a bunch of blind smelling rates, and I'm not saying I'm the sole introduction to the hype, but I definitely contributed by passing it around to people and sending. I did some decant swaps. Hype helped with that. I've done some blind smelling rapes where I brought it. Hype helped with that. I'm saying I contributed. I know I definitely contributed because it got hot. I can't believe Justin just got his nose on it. But shame on me. I could have sent that to him a long time ago for him to check out. He's collaborated with them so many times, and it was funny for those of you that saw his shorts video. He's like, a lot of you, and even the brand was like, have you tried Porthole? So that's like their mainstay fragrance. And that's definitely their most popular fragrance. And it's one that I would highly encourage. It's the iodine sea salt combination with the fruits that's just so special to me, because it's got this salty, breezy, almost aquatic-like feel with the fruitiness. It's so good. I would put it over this one, but not by much. Minuscule amount, ever so slightly. Yeah, for sure. Oh, there we go. Gotta put the shorts in there. Shorts above the knee. Shout out to Dedrick. Precious Liquids Sangria Oak. Smells like it says on the label. People that didn't see it. Maximum Fragrance is legit. Just ordered for the first time on it. Everything is thumbs up, nerd emoji, and okay. I always look at that as a nerd emoji because it's got the two little buck teeth with the glasses. So I look at it like it's a nerdy emoji. I don't know. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Cheesy emoji, maybe. Have to have my music when hitting the gym. Not all the time for me, most of the time, but not all the time. The best smelling trucker in the game, Mag Trucking. That's what I'm talking about. Own that shit. Hell yeah. Nursing a cold one, I'm assuming. So scent of the day. Oh, nursing an actual cold. So scent of the day's Vicks Vapor Rub. Damn. Man, I hope we can distract you a little bit so you kind of get away from feeling bad, man. I'm sorry to hear that. If you want a little extra Vicks Vapor Rub with some spice and some apple, maybe give yourself a little spray of Layton. The geranium smells like Vicks Vapor Rub in the opening. Yeah, so far it's changing a bit to where I'm starting to get more vanilla. Even a little bit of a woody nuance. I want to say there was sandalwood in here, huh? Yep, sandalwood and vetiver. Makes sense. It is getting creamier, though. I see why they rank creamy as one of the main accords. Got to be top 5. Midnight Gold. Oh, Midnight Gold, so versatile. If you like fresh rose fragrances, yeah, that's really good. Pensacola's in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Good to see you. Kajal's definitely an underrated house. I have 3 decants from them, and each one is a hit. Fort Lauderdale is in the house. A lot of Florida love. We got a hurricane coming from what the wife was telling me. It's aimed. All the markers and indicators have it coming right up my ass. So we'll see. I told her if we leaving, you and the dog in the SUV, we'll leave the other SUV. I'm getting on my bike. I'm not leaving my bike here. I'm by the water. If it floods here, I ain't losing my bike. I'd rather lose one of the 2 SUVs than lose my motorcycle. So, and if bumper to bumper traffic on the interstate, I'm getting on the shoulder because I'm gonna be on my bike. I ain't overheating. Yep, if we gotta go, if it ends up coming here and it's bad enough to where we need to leave, because I'm 3 minutes from the water, I'm jumping on my bike. I'm gonna pack everything in the Sorrento, the newer of the SUVs, the new one, literally the new one. We bought it in January. It's brand new. We'll load that one up. Her and the dog can get in there, and I'll jump on my motorcycle. Smells like a designer version of oud wood. Oh, you're in Oman. We'll try Ferris, Lamar, and Äican. Ohm 3. Yes. That sounds like a good lineup to try. Not really. Some will say yes. I don't think so, because there's more of a vanilla sweet versus bubblegum water fruity sweet, because red's like watermelon and fruity. White's not. It's not near fruity, not near as fruity. I could see people saying yes. I mean, there's going to be some redundancy, but I don't think it's that all that redundant. That's my take. Sorry, I'm late, Beefcake. I appreciate that. I want to hear your take on this new Kajal. Just scroll back about, I would say about 15 to 20 minutes. Now about 20 minutes to really get from the start. We started smelling it around the 15, 16 minute mark. We're at the 42 and a half minute mark currently. That's where I would go to. Really? And see, I didn't get a bunch of fruity notes, and I don't get a bunch of fruity notes in Masa. That freshwater accord really freshens up the greens and the woods and everything, where it's not too earthy. I quite like Masa personally. It's in my top 5 from the house. Good to see you, sir. Hoffman, my man, how dense is it for high heat? Masa is way too thick for me, and Lamar's, yeah, Lamar's definitely too much for the heat. It depends, because it does have a nice vanillic dry down that I'm starting to get into, and I mean very early stages. I'm not really in the dry down. The vanilla is just starting to come out, and it is powdery. So if you're looking for really airy and fresh in the summer, this ain't it. If you like stuff like this, I go back to, I'm a Labola Parfum fan. That's wildly synthetic, powdery, fruity, tropical, sweet, and strong. And I've worn that to the beach a few times. There's certain really sweet fragrances, sweet and powdery, I love in the high heat. This is going to be one of them. So it depends on your taste. So it sounds like your taste doesn't align with mine. I'm going to say no for you based on what you're saying. If Masa was too thick, I think honestly the base notes that are starting to show their head in this are thicker than what's available. Even with the woods and greens that Masa has in its dry down, that's still a pretty fresh fragrance overall. I don't think it's that dense. I think this is a thicker fragrance because it's got a creaminess really starting to set in, sandalwood, vanilla. This one might be too much for you in high heat, my man. Yeah, for sure. Leaving the office. Glad you're here, man. Yeah, the bottles are gorgeous. No, I haven't tried that one. By Zoo. Do you mean zoologist? But I haven't tried that one specifically. Excellent choice. Yeah, Porthole's where it's at, man. I need to wear that one. It's been several weeks since the last time I touched that bottle. I will as we get down to it, because we're going to be on here for, I don't know, at least another 15, 20 minutes at least. But you got to remember, even in an hour and a half, I'm not in the dry down. Think about that. If it's a 10-hour fragrance, at an hour and a half, I'm not in the dry down, because I typically finish these solo when it's just me on stream. Usually an hour and a half's about where we cap it. That's not going to be in the dry down. That's still like in the heart of the fragrance. some of the bass notes are already coming out, but I'm still not like into the dry down at 45 minutes. And double this time, I still won't really be into the dry down. So you got to keep that in mind. I'll be able to update you in the weekly rotation because I'm going to wear it tomorrow. And then on Sunday, I'll let you guys know what I thought about it from a wearing experience on Sunday. That'll be when I can really update you on the dry down. Today, it ain't going to happen. I'd have to stick with you for 8 or 9 hours. And we're not staying live that long. That ain't happening. That's just not going to be a thing. I gotta say, I gotta have some. Look, I will leave that bitch if I show. I actually have 3 options in my bag. I got my Project Rock over-the-ear headphones. I've got some new JBL earbuds that I use that wrap around the ear, and then I got my previous ones that I did a review on. That video's got like almost 80,000 views on my other channel. I should do a review on my new ones. Even the Project Rock over-the-ear headphones has almost 10,000 views. I did a review a couple years ago. It's weird, like these headphone reviews that I've done over the years on my other channel. Hella views. Literally, like that JBL earbuds one gets like 300-400 views a day. Still, it's like a 2-year-old video. It's weird. Product reviews. People are always searching for opinions on product reviews, so I need to do those. I've had those for like a month now. They've definitely been field tested. Point being, I've got a backup with a backup. Something's low on battery life, something else won't be. And depends on what it is, because like today I use I typically would use the earbuds that I had before, but now these wrap around the ear. They're actually a bit nicer. They're really nice actually. The reason I wanted to use those, I like to use those on leg day because when I get on the V squat machine when I go to this specific gym, and the pendulum squat at the other gym, if I'm going to use either of those pieces of equipment, I can't use my Project Rock over the ear headphones because I'm not going to slot in the pads. I'm not going to be able to fit in. Because if I turn my head even a little bit, it'll push the touch sensitive buttons on the earbuds. So it's kind of a tight squeeze getting in there with my head. I don't have a big head. It's just a tight fit. That's what she said. I have a GSXR 600, full bolt-on and a tune. Full race exhaust, Two Brothers Black Series, K&N filter. Haven't changed any sprockets or anything like that to go up this many teeth and down that many teeth and shit. I'm not trying to pull the wheel up. I haven't pulled the wheel up in 2 years on that thing. I know I didn't buy it for that kind of shit. And it's tuned. It doesn't have a power commander. It's got an actual tune. Oof. Talked about it a minute ago. I'm sure you heard me because I'm still kind of far behind. What about the fragrances? Kyler, I feel like that's a trolling question because there's no way you think I'm about to try to pack this shit. I'm also on the 3rd floor. Everything up here is fine. I'm on the 3rd floor. That's one of the reasons we chose the 3rd floor. It's a bitch going up down them stairs, especially days like today when I had a hard leg workout or when I'm carrying groceries and shit. It's a bitch coming up and down, but I don't have to worry about flooding here because I'm on the 3rd floor. That is a good point. Soft live stream clap for guessing this is GSXR. Indeed, you're right. It's honorable. I just look like a squid. I guess they call a lot of people on Gixxer squids because nobody wears gear that rides GSXRs. And look, I hardly ever wear my jacket and my boots and shit. I'm not gonna act like I do. I wear my gym gear. It's one of the reasons I wear a hoodie, which I have not been riding my bike. A, traffic's ridiculous, and B, it's way too hot. I haven't rode my bike in at least 2 months. At least 2 months. Chain needs to be lubed and everything. Like it's probably time for an oil change. Battery's gonna be fine, but yeah, I need the Gixxer, bro. There you go. Nope, I'm still taking at least my top 10. Not me. I'm just taking stuff that I'm working on reviews for to do content and stuff I want to wear. I pack whatever for that. But as far as like trying to save it, if I was on the 1st floor, oh God, but that'd be horrible. But that's the intentional reason on why we got the 3rd floor. That way we don't have to worry about shit like that because I just got too much stuff to lose. That would be ridiculous. Totally ridiculous to try to replace. Between the shoes, the electronics, the paintball stuff, the fragrances. I don't even want to throw an estimated number at you on what it would cost to replace this kind of stuff. 6 figures. And we'll leave it at that. close to it. No, probably 6 figures. Yeah. I ain't trying to do that. I'd rather live on the 3rd floor. Oh, yeah. You get all the torque and the horsepower right away. It's Tesla for sure. Riding season starts in the winter. Well, I'm going to start riding more, probably, I would say, late September, mid-September, because this month everybody's leaving. Like every group of people, like all the 20-year-olds and 19-year-old groups at the gym and all the squads you can tell are on vacation. I've just been smiling at everybody like, yep, you're going the fuck back home soon. I can't wait for all you kids to go back to school, all you guys with kids to go back to school. Go home. Vacation's over. Time for my summer to start. My local summer starts in August to October for the locals. It's a thing. It's called local summer. Yeah. Locals get 10% off at all the different places. There's a benefit to being a local because you suffer through spring break and summertime being a local at places like this. There's the traffic. Oh, God. Oh, God, the traffic. My. It's like, picture Houston's traffic or Los Angeles's traffic. Now put it in a place that's a fraction of the size of those places. Limit the roads to 2 main roads, a bunch of feeder roads, but 2 main roads, and all the feeder roads just tie into the main road. Oh, God, traffic's awful. At any given moment, it's awful. That's why I haven't been on my bike, because I'm just going to have to lane filter, and that's against the law here. It's not like Texas where they just, it's not a law, but you kind of can. Cops don't mess with you because they get it. That's how it is in Texas. Here, no, it's actually no lane filtering. So they'd rather your bike just break down. They basically say, fuck you, let your bike overheat. Because traffic's so bad, you would have to lane filter here. I still do when I can and I need to. I don't just do it nonstop. But if it's like, all right, my shit's 220 degrees right now, it's getting hot between my legs, I got to get moving here, I'll lane filter. I'll say fuck it. But aside from that, I'll just wait. But once I start clipping 220 degrees on that thermometer, TLTG is putting it in gear and we moving. Oh, you just tried it. Okay. It's my favorite Kajal. Well, there you go. I figured you would like it, like zebra stripe gum with powder. I kind of like that. I have not tried that one from Latafa. Good to hear I'm not alone. Good to see you, Esteban. I haven't tried that or Eternal Wood yet. I saw Fragrance Boys got them in stock. At some point, I'll get around to them. I've never tried that. I didn't even know that existed. Power Up Fresh for a Man, the cylinder spray bottle. No, I'm not even familiar with that one. I didn't even know that existed. Leaving for France tomorrow. Hopefully a few gems to bring home. Gonna miss you guys. Catch y'all in September. Scent of the day, Bergamot 22. Well, safe travels. I hope you have a great time. Definitely create some memories. And all the fucking snowbirds down here, man. Traffic gets so stupid down here in Tampa. It's just Florida in general. Anywhere's on this coastline. People are traveling and vacation. And look, I get it. I chose to move to a hot spot for vacations. I chose to come live in a little section of paradise here in the United States. It's what I got to deal with. Every place has their bullshit to deal with, right? I mean, hell, I wear Panama City stuff all the time. Panama City Beach. I love it here. Hate the traffic. But just got to bear through it for like this week. And it's going to slow down greatly. School's starting back up. Fuck that. I'd rather go to a gym with variety and the atmosphere. I like the atmosphere too. Lane filtering should be legal, but unfortunately people in cars are dumb and some riders also try to split lanes at speed. Yeah, there's both sides of it that ruin it for the good. Good suffer for the bad kind of thing. I'm all lover today though, and you were right. Saving my thoughts for my vid, but you were right. I tried to tell you, man, don't let people discourage you on the internet with that one. That's one you can get away with every day. Surprise you. People want to hate on it because it's the man lover is what the damn thing translates to. Get over it. You know how many designer brand owners are gay men? Who cares? I ain't got shit to do with how the fragrance is going to smell. When I got it and talked about it, I had that left and right in my comment section. Left and right of dude, no thanks, man. I ain't wearing that. Okay, proud dude. All right, I get it. I'm man's man kind of shit too, but I'm not narrow-minded like that. Spraying the fragrance isn't going to make you like dudes all of a sudden. Just want to throw that out there. It doesn't like convert you. You can enjoy the fragrance. Look, Randy's enjoying the fragrance. The white pepper ambergris vanilla combo, it's not too sweet. It's kind of blue-ish without being very aquatic. It's actually a really good release for this year. And unfortunately, because of that narrow-mindedness, a bunch of people aren't going to give it a shot. And it will get discontinued. It will. No doubt about it in my mind. If it's not even catching in the community, the fragrance community, I doubt it's a hit in the masses either. But it's actually a pretty good fragrance. Is it the best release? No. Paradise Garden, I think, is a better release this year. But not by a wide margin. It is a really good fragrance. So any of you that had that mentality because of the name of it and shit, just get over it. Get over it. Just try the fragrance. It might end up being your favorite fragrance. That's why I bring this up. I had a lot of that when I did the review video. A lot of comments had to get taken off because the dude's just saying some homophobic ass shit about the fragrance. It's so unnecessary. And you're saying that to a person whose best friend is a gay man. I ain't the one to say that shit to. I'm not narrow-minded and closed-minded like that. So get over it, guys. I'm glad you're enjoying that, Randy. And thank you for telling me I was right. I appreciate that. Pat on the back for another good recommendation. But is it still an eau de toilette? I mean, you could maybe take a shot. You won't know unless you take a shot, right? Because I really don't know. I'm not familiar with it at all, honestly. Yeah, I can't weigh in. I'm sorry, man. I wish I could. No, it's definitely a more feminine leaning fragrance, but there's a lot of guys in this community that enjoy it. It smells like shout out to Dedrick. It's such a brilliant way to describe it. Fruit punch with rose, Hawaiian punch plus rose. It literally smells like that. Picture a glass, you're drinking a glass of Hawaiian punch, but you can smell like you're next to a bouquet of roses. That's the smell. If that sounds enticing, go for it. If that sounds like a turnoff, don't get it. Because it took my breath away. When I smelled it live, I actually have an unboxing first impressions. It was part of a haul in a live stream. It literally stopped me mid-sentence when I smelled it. Took my breath away. I really like it. It really spoke to me. I love rose, though. It's tattooed on my hand. I love rose. Never tried it. The LeBeau, okay. Not sure this got mentioned, but found a deal on Polo Double Black. Ooh, okay. So mango and coffee. A little bit of patchouli, very much a smell of the 2000s. It's very dated to that timeline. Think baggy clothes, headbands, and Nike wristbands, and stuff like that. Air Force Ones in their prime of their hype. That style. That's what I picture when I smell that fragrance. I have a bottle. I love it. It so reminds me of that time. Mixtape Wayne. Think 05, 06, 07, 08. Mixtape Wayne at his peak. And for those of you that don't know, I'm talking about Lil Wayne. When he was the hottest mixtape artist in the world. That's what made Wayne get in that greatest of all time conversation was the mixtapes over those years. Carter 3 Sessions is my favorite. I know a lot of people like the Drought. Drought is over all those. He's got classics, guys. He's got classics. But that's the fragrance that reminds me of that stuff. So I don't know if that ties to you and your culture where you live at all, but that's what I feel and think when I smell that. But as far as main notes, mango, coffee, patchouli. Very distinctive. That line, those two fragrances, we need a third. They need to revamp that line and add something to it. Still in production, because I have Polo Black that's in the new style bottles. So they're still in production. At least the original Polo Black is. I don't know if Double Black. The Double Black I have is the old bottle. But I'd like to see a new Polo Black flanker. Whether they want to do an eau de parfum, an elixir, a parfum, or whatever. That's a really good profile that speaks to the time. I don't know if that was helpful, but that's what I wanted to say about it. That's fair. That's very fair. Hey, man. The kind of shit I say in this live stream is why some people love me and some people fucking hate me. And I don't care. I'm going to say what I think at all times, and that's the truth. It doesn't hit for me, but this does, and I don't care about the name. That's what I'm saying. If people need to get over the name, because the fragrance is good. I don't give a shit if, like, I've never smelled any of the Pride bottles at Lamar. My understanding is it's just Lamar. That's why I never gave it a chance. Ain't because it's a Pride bottle. I don't give a shit. If the fragrance would appeal to me from a scent profile standpoint, I'd have a bottle. So I don't give a shit. It don't bother me. I'm sure the internet would run rampant with that because there's a bunch of little bitches that would love to see me holding that, because they think one thing or another and paint their narratives. That's fine. But if the fragrance appealed to me, my understanding is just Lamar. It's a collector's limited annual bottle that they do. Whereas Lamar Lover, that's a not unique smelling fragrance, but it's its own unique release. It's not just a rebottling of something they already have. It's actually pretty good, guys. Good performer, too. Yeah, she's been having it. She wears it, I would say, at least once every 2 weeks. Yeah, it's basically spicy Neroli Portofino. Lasted all week in the bathroom counter until I wiped it away. I could believe it. So the sweet notes are coming out more. The spice is starting to fade. The fruits are starting to fade a bit. Still smells great, though. Sven, good to see you. Isola Blue. You smell great, sir. Lamar is very much semi-formal. Date nights. That's make a really, really good first impression. That's a really good first impression fragrance. If you want to make a really good first impression, I would advise something like that because it's bold in a sense that they'll be like, huh, you smell like that. Like in a good way, like a great surprise. Like it's not a daring scent, but it'll be surprising because it's rose based, but it doesn't smell anything but masculine. Rose, marigold, toffee, woods, fruits like pineapple. Very, very interesting. It's an eyebrow raising kind of, you're wearing that. It's an eyebrow raising kind of fragrance. Really good for a first impression, I think. It literally took my breath away. Don't get realer than my reactions, guys. Don't get more. That's why I like to do so much stuff live. I prefer to do it live because ain't no two ways about it. It's in the moment as it gets where it's a live audience. I have double black and red. Yeah, I got most of the reds. I don't have all of them. Yeah, for sure. Both are good. They're redundant, but not completely redundant because there's more going on with double black, mainly that coffee note. Then ordered Honor and Glory and love it. Honor and Glory is good too. Yeah, I would love that. Just another flanker that's true to the DNA. Some new manipulation to it, please. I would love that. Really? So it's not the same. See, I'd like to check that out. Very feminine, though. And that's the last one. Did they do one this year? Because June was less than a little over a month ago. Did they do one for 2024? They usually do them every year. Had a bottle and sold it. I don't have it on the to-do list. It was a scorcher on the lot today. So I had to rock light blue O Intense. Can't help myself in high heat. Well, I will say a few things about that. One, it performed for your day. Two, it just gets better as you warm up and heat up. Three, there's a really good chance somebody told you smelled good because it's really strong and smells really good. And you came across a lot of people because you're saying on the lot today, you're in the car business. So you came across a lot of people. Even if it was a moderately slow day, you still came across a lot of people, especially coworkers. So great choice. Hope you sold some cars today. Nice suit in your avatar, by the way. Nothing like a good navy blue suit. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for coming. Angry Tomato, my man. Great live yesterday with Dadder Cakes and Tazo, by the way. Sacred Wood by Killing. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. We had a blast. Time flew. Time flew by on that one. Double black is way more manly than black. I think so too. It's the coffee and patchouli, man. I'm telling you, that's what it is. It really gives a dark element and grounds that scent. Just got paid. Be safe, all. Love from Virginia. You have a very safe time the rest of your evening. Thanks for coming hang with us. Aqua del Elba. I think you'll love them, especially living in Florida. No, not yet. Not yet. I'm going to buy it this summer. Like before my summer ends, local summer, I will have a bottle of that. I would say within the next 60 days, I will have a bottle. And it'll be part of a haul. Whether I'll do a recorded video or do it live on here. It depends on what else is with it. If it's other things that I've smelled before, I'll probably just do a recorded video. If it's stuff that I can do some genuine first impressions on, I'll probably do it here. You'll notice that's kind of the way I do the haul videos now. If it's stuff that I'm just kind of checking off the list, rebuys from the past or stuff that I've smelled before and I'm finally getting around to getting, if there's like, let's say 4 fragrances in the haul and 2 of them are like that, I'm going to do a recorded video. If it's only 1 and like 3 or 4 fragrances are real first time impressions, I haven't smelled them, we're doing that shit live. I actually did get a compliment from a coworker today since you mentioned it. I figured that's a safe assumption with a fragrance like that because you're in a position where you're going to come across a lot of people. Even on a slow day, you're coming across a lot of people. If nothing else, coworkers. So there's a distinctive set of, when I was at Mercedes, there was a distinctive set of coworkers that always wanted to know what I was wearing because I was the cologne guy at work. Even though everybody was wearing fragrances, this was around the time because the latter top portion of me being at Mercedes was when I started the channel. Everybody was like, oh, you're into it like that. So then it became a thing. It becomes a thing at work when people understand you're into fragrance that much. They want to know what you're wearing, especially some of the women at work that work the front desk. Shout out to Miss Chris. I've shouted her out before on here. Really into her perfume. So she goes, oh, what you wearing today? She used to love Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. Haven't tried Lamar nor Äican, but all the ones I've tried from Kajal are bangers. Dying to try Kajal 3. Kajal 3 is phenomenal. Just never have it in stock at discounts. That's because it sells out so freaking quick. For $80, yes. If you can get it for $80, yes. Yes. That's better than getting Alexandria Black Panther. That's better than getting North Stag. That's better than getting Tarathi Blue. That's better than getting Rubroca Theorem. $80 for that? Yes. Did I mention yes? You have my vote. That's a phenomenal price for that. Polo's like Johnny Walker Scotch with all the colors. And double black Johnny Walker is stronger than Johnny Walker Black. Let's see. Link me up with that Kajal at $80. I haven't seen it for less than $200. Well, it depends on if you can get it shipped to your country, though. See, that might be like Max Aroma, or because they run sales on Kajal sometimes for that. It might be a tester, or it could be Fragrance Buy, could be Joma Shop. It could be, there's a few places that it could be at that price for. Today, sold my Glacier Bold and Sillage to our engineering intern. Haha, he was stoked. Yes, 2 good fragrances. A nice clone of La Bola Parfum and one of Silver Mountain Water. Everybody, you threw that out. Everybody's going to know where you got that from. If you had to recommend a Kajal scent to someone without thinking, which one would it be and why? It's always going to be Lamar. That's their best work to me. It's uniqueness. And again, I know you were here when I mentioned it earlier. It's a great first impression fragrance. It's impactful because it's very unique for being based around rose and marigold and pineapple. It's not super feminine or anything. It's actually a masculine smelling floral. It's impressive. It's an impressive man will wear that impressive fragrance. It's not something you just rock with a t-shirt and you're dressed in a respectable manner, maybe not, full on suit and tie, but a respectable manner. You look good, you feel good, you conduct yourself well, you have a certain presence to you. That fragrance goes with that kind of personality, that kind of guy. And it can elevate that. That's that's a fragrance that can elevate that type of person. I think it's very individualistic when it comes to fragrance choice. It's a very individualized choice because it's so unique to everything else. I've never smelled anything else like it. It's I guess it's fair to say, a true work of art from them. Most people, that's their favorite. Not everybody, but I mean, you've had a few in the chat say that they actually prefer Äican because it's so approachable, which is the one we're smelling today. But Lamar's more interesting, I think. There you go. Might take 6 years for it to get to you because you're in a different country. You never know. Might be there in 2 days. I don't know. You need to get your hands on Lacoste L'Homme Intense. It's so unique. I hardly ever wear Lacoste L'Homme. It's really good. I have so much. Couldn't hang with was Kajal 4. That road tar leather was difficult. It's definitely, you got to like leather. Out of all places, going with Slow-Mo Shop. Slow-ass shop. I call them Slow-Mo Shop. But, I mean, it's $80. You willing to wait? Just know you're going to wait. Who knows? It might just be me. They just don't want to send shit to me fast enough. You never know. You might get the shit in 2 days. Too much floral for my daughter, and my wife said I smell like an old lady on the beach with it. So aside from Randy's household, it's a beautiful fragrance. I'm telling you. And they don't like rose too much in Randy's household on top of that. So I can see why it's not a hit in Randy's house. I'm not surprised to hear that, honestly. There's outlying reasons why, but yeah, rose isn't a big thing in Randy's household. Damn, that quickly spiraled. Also, wedding fragrance update. Vanilla Oud is amazing and going to work. Awesome for the reception. Thanks again for the update. Hey, man, I'm glad you could provide the update because Vanilla Oud, it's a bold blind buy, but when you get it, more than likely, it's like, holy shit. You get one of those moments that come with it the first time you smell it. At least that was my experience. Here we go. Joel saying the same thing. It's great. Yeah, as a group, we discussed that was what he needed to go with the other day. I think it was last week in the live stream. It's one of those oh shit moments when you smell it the first time. And again, with every fragrance, it's not going to be everybody's going to get that, but this particular fragrance, that seems to be the case with a lot of people. When they get it, they're like, oh shit. Anytime you can get that from a fragrance, it's a really good day, right? I hope it comes in quick, man. It's a great price. It's a great congrats. Great price. Showed him my collection, decided I wanted to hook him up with some good cheapies I don't reach for much. Trim a little fat. Trust me, I got plenty of fat I could trim over there. I just don't. They're all points of reference because I make content. Long term, I'll be making content. So they're points of reference for me. But in your instance, you could trim a little fat this way if it's stuff you're not going to use. Oh, damn. Well, that's not cool. So hour 16 and a half, we've dropped to 76 people as soon as I called Jamie a dumbass, basically for saying I'm going to leave my wife and dog to save the motorcycle. Ever since I called him a dumbass, it seems like we lost a few. That's okay. Got to keep it real, right? I got maybe Jamie, if I don't know you're still here or not, was fucking with you, but I mean, oh well, if you didn't like it, it was stupid. So just tell him it was stupid. Aside from that, let's see what we got. Now the tester come with a cap. Believe Kajal's testers. I've never gotten a tester because the brand always sends them to me. That's why I always get these full presentations. But I believe their testers come with caps. Pretty sure they do. Good to see you. Is it redundant to buy myself and Bad Boy Cobalt Elixir? No, not even a little. Not at all. One's very sweet, fruity and sweet. Cobalt Elixirs. Cobalt Elixir is so good. Myself is more of it's not a powdery floral, but there's like a woody musky tone with the citrus. It's based around orange blossom, but it's not like a super flowery type of fragrance, even though it's based around a flower note. Yeah, that's Randy's story to tell. She's allergic to a lot of rose oils. That's the underlying thing in the household I was talking about. Stupid was the word. I said, are you retarded at one point too? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was pretty sure they did. Yeah. The one Kajal test I brought from Joe. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As far as I know, their testers come with caps. So I think you're in the clear. I mean, obviously, this is a few people that have bought testers in the past that are confirming from experience for you. So, guys, if you don't have anything else, I guess we'll go ahead and shut it down here in a little bit. My pleasure, man. My pleasure. Bird, bird, bird. The bird is the word. Indeed. Try more from the house. Good for summer scents. Have a good one, Giancarlo. It's always a pleasure, sir. Thanks for the chat. Have a blessed rest of your day. You do as well. Yeah, we'll go ahead and shut it down, guys. I sure appreciate you guys come and hang. Had fun. I would highly encourage getting a sample of this. It is 100% sample worthy. The spices calm down a bit. It's very faint at this point. The sweetness has dove in, but I'm getting a good bit of sandalwood at this point. The fruitiness has faded to the background. So not really a strong point anymore. So about an hour of fruitiness roughly before it takes a backseat to other notes. Still has that soft powderiness. It's actually not as powdery as it was. I'm sticking with my 9 out of 10. I'm wearing this tomorrow. In fact, let me put it in my wearing that bad boy tomorrow. So TLTG, before I go, stands for the Legendary Team Gates. It's actually my fantasy sports team name. It's the acronym in the matchups, TLTG. TLTG versus like Buffalo Billiard Brand. Another one of the teams is TLTG versus BBB. And when I was deciding on my channel, I was like, there's nothing like that out there. I'll roll with that. I was in my group chat with my friends and stuff. It's typing messages, TLTG or Gates, or, because started off as Team Gates. It evolved over the years. If you really want to hear the full story, in YouTube, type in TLTG review the reviewer, where George interviewed me on the Zaharoff channel 5 years ago, 4.5 years ago, something like that. And I don't remember the timestamp, but in there, I give the full story on where the nickname, even for this tattoo, started and how it evolved all the way to TLTG. From early teens till, if you really want to hear the full story. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I appreciate you all coming hang with me, spend a little time. Tomorrow, the Sports Desk Live SummerSlam preview show, me and Dedrick Hicks on the Sports Desk Live. Go subscribe to the Sports Desk Live. Is the name of the channel. We'll be live same time, 30 minutes earlier, 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern, talking SummerSlam preview, fantasy booking, what we expect to see, what the stories have been leading up to, match card, all the good stuff that comes along with SummerSlam, which is going to be streaming on Peacock on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I have Dedrick again with Dutch, my man Dutch, on TLTG Kicks, doing a second half of the year wish list, doing some sneaker talk. So tomorrow, wrestling on the Sports Desk Live. Sunday, sneakers on TLTG Kicks. So appreciate you guys coming hang. Make sure to like the stream before you leave. Check out one of the 2 videos from this morning. I'll see you guys next time. Y'all have a good one.